He stood quietly on his porch, an elderly black man in worn boots, saluting the flag. When police stormed in over a false report, they released the canine without warning. But the moment the dog reached him, it stopped, sat, and did something no one expected. Cameras rolled, and within hours, the truth came crashing down. 80-year-old Walter Briggs didn't say much anymore. A Vietnam veteran, he lived alone on the edge of Charleston, his home surrounded by decades of memories. Each morning, he stood on his porch at dawn and saluted the flag his unit once carried into war. One morning, sirens shattered the silence. A neighbor, new, hostile, and racist, had called in a false report claiming Walter was threatening people with a weapon. Within minutes, 2 patrol cars and a canine unit were on his lawn. "Hands where I can see them," the white officer barked. Walter, confused and frail, raised both hands. "That's him," the other officer growled. "Release the dog." The German shepherd lunged forward, but just as it neared Walter, it suddenly stopped. Then, incredibly, the dog sat beside him. Everyone froze. Walter lowered his hand and saluted the dog. The dog returned to heel. One of the officers shouted, "What the hell's wrong with it?" But before they could grab Walter, the dog's handler stepped forward, visibly shaken. "This man, he smells like my old trainer, like my grandfather." That moment was caught on video by a passing jogger. Within hours, the footage went viral. It didn't take long for people to learn the truth. Walter Briggs had once served as one of the first black canine trainers in U.S. military history. He'd trained over 60 dogs in his lifetime, including police service dogs. The department issued a public apology, and the officers involved were placed on unpaid leave pending investigation. But Walter never spoke about it again. The only thing he did? The next morning, he stood on his porch again, and the K9 unit, now under a new handler, saluted him from across the street. If you believe respect should never be silenced, like this video, share it widely, and subscribe for more stories where truth rises. Comment, "Honor remembers," if you stand with those who served and still suffer injustice.